guys, it's Sarah, and today we are going to pick my fall TBR. I'm going to pick 6 prompts out of my prompt jar, which I have done a little bit of a revamp on. I've added a couple things, took some stuff out, and we're going to pick 6 books that I will hopefully read over the next 3 months. We'll see how it goes. But first, let's talk about how my summer one went. For summer, I picked 5 physical books, then I did have 1 Kindle book, and I read one. And I just read it. Summer did not go well for me, and that is because we moved physically, and it just made my reading kind of go all over the place, and I was never really fully concentrated on picking these books up. The one that I did read is because it was a 5-star prediction, and that is Butcher and Blackbird by Bryn Weaver. The prompt I picked this one out for was a backlist review book. This book was sent to me from the publisher when they released it, and I just hadn't read it yet. But I did recently just finish this. It is a 5-star prediction, so I will talk about my thoughts and feelings on this one at the end of October when we do our follow-up for that. But this is the only one on the list that I did read. It means that these, plus my Kindle book, I did not. I looked at them. And thought about maybe trying to work them in, but everything else just took priority, which is fine. That's what happens. I don't put a lot of pressure on myself to read these books necessarily. It's just fun to do the TBR jar, see what I can get to. Sometimes they've been good, sometimes they haven't. This one was not a good round. So let's pick some more and see if fall can be better. And then these will just go back on my shelves. Say that even though these are not always successful for me, these are probably my favorite videos to film because I love picking out the prompts and doing it. Okay, so I picked 6 because I do it for 3 months. So I try to say like 2 books a month if I can make it work. So that's what we're going to do. Now I put some new prompts in here. I have a couple new ones in here. I took out some ones that I tend to pull out a lot, so I just wasn't really in the mood for any of those. So let's see what I end up getting. Okay, here is the first one. Now this one is, an author I want to read to 0. Okay, let me figure out if I have any that I only have 1 more to read. I have a couple I'm working on right now, actually, in the month of September. But I might have more that I only have 1 more to read. So let me go see what I can find. Okay, for this one, I am going to go ahead and see if I can get Out of the Easy by Ruta Sepetys read, because this is the only book of hers that I have not read, of her historical fiction. She does have a nonfiction that she put out recently about writing. I don't plan to read that because I don't have writing as an aspiration for myself. But of her fiction books, this is the only one that I have not read. So, and it's young adult, should go fairly easily. So I'll put this one on there. Okay, number 2, let's see. Okay, let's do this one. Okay, this one is, a Christmas book exchange book. So a Christmas book exchange is something I do with my besties every year, and we send each other books. So let me go over to my cart of the books that I still have that I have not read yet. So let me go see what I can pull, what I'm in the mood for. Okay, the one that keeps calling my name every time I walk by this cart and every time I look at it is Before I Go to Sleep. This is by S.J. Watson. I believe Krista sent me this one in one of our very first ones. So yeah, I've had this for a very, very long time. And every time I look at it though, I'm like, I want to read that really bad. So I'm going to go ahead and put this one on the TBR. Okay. Number 3, let's see what we have. Okay. This one is, oh Lord. Stephen King. Oh, all right. Well, I have a whole shelf and a half of Stephen King's. This is a great time of year to read one. I just have to decide which one I would like to read. I feel like I said the next time I read a Stephen King, this is the one I think I want to read. So let me just go grab that one. Okay. The Institute is the one that I have just really, really been wanting to read. I love the premise of this. So I really want to get to this one. So, yeah, going into it, I remember reading the synopsis and hearing about it actually on a podcast. And I kind of went, that's what that's about? Okay, I'm definitely adding that to my TBR sooner rather than later. But yeah, so I'm going to put this one on the TBR. Okay, next. So that's 3. So we're halfway there. Okay, so number 4. It's going to be this one. Let's see. Oh, okay. Gifted. So something that was gifted to me. I have a lot to choose from. So let me think about what I'm just in the mood for right now. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm definitely in some kind of mood right now because I'm going to pick Hidden Pictures. This is by Jason Rekulak, and this one sent to me from Amber over at Books and Beaches. I will leave her channel link down below if you haven't checked her out yet. She's fantastic. She sent this to me a bit ago, and I need to read it. I really, really want to. This has some media in it, some actually like pictures and stuff. And I've heard it's really creepy. So this is kind of a great time of year to pick this one up. So we're going to add this one. Okay, number 5. Let's see what we get here. Okay, let's pick this one. Okay, this one is... Ooh, this is a new one. Okay, Indie Press List. This is a podcast series by Currently Reading Podcast, and it's for patrons. So I'm part of their Patreon, and part of the perks of that is that you get an indie press list every month where they work with an independent bookstore somewhere in the US, and that bookstore gives them a stack of books that they recommend, and you get the opportunity to shop from that store and buy those books if you want them. I have a running list of books that I'm very interested in because of the indie press list. So some of them I own, some of them I don't. So I'll take a look at my list. I have it written down in a notebook. So I'll take a look at my list real quick, see what I own, and see if any of those jump out at me. Okay. Took me a minute to pick something here. So I'm going to go ahead and go with Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. This one, the indie press list didn't necessarily make me want to read it. I had already wanted to read it. It encouraged me to actually physically buy it. So there was that. But I had already read Leigh Bardugo before and knew that I wanted to read this at some point. But yeah, and then this is also one of my priority reads this year, and I haven't gotten to it yet. So maybe I can knock out 2 birds with one stone on this one. But this is a dark academia, a little bit of fantasy in it as well. And I hear great things about it. Okay, one more. Let's see. Okay. This one is... Oh, okay. A recommendation from a BookTube Bestie retreat. So the Bestie retreats are virtual reading retreats that my besties and I do, and we've been doing them twice a year. So there are a ton of recommendations from those retreats, and I kind of keep a running list of the ones that I'm personally interested in, or if I already have them, I write them down as well, because that way I kind of know. So let me see what I can pull from those. I need to go get my list real quick so that I can have a little bit of a refresher, and if anything really stands out to me, I will do that. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and do one that was recommended at our most recent one, which just happened at the end of August, and it's the only one that I put on my wish list after I heard someone talk about it, and then I did get it as a gift right after the retreat as well. So that's going to be The Eyes Are the Best Part by Monica Kim. One of the retreat guests, Kim, actually sent me this one right afterwards. So it's nice and short. It's going to be nice and creepy. It's got the eyeball. And it's the most recent book that I received. So that would be nice to, go ahead and read it and see what I think. I think it's going to be weird. Monica Kim is gorgeous. Oh my word. She is beautiful. Oh my goodness. Okay. So, and this is her first novel. Interesting. Oh, and the chapters seem nice and short. So yeah, I think this is going to work out nicely. Okay, so this is what I'm going to put on the list for that one. Okay, so this is officially my fall TBR. Definitely a theme. Got some darker books in here, but this is the time of year that I tend to go a little bit darker with my reading anyway. So, but out of the easy, that is Reading an Author to Zero. That would help me with Ruta Sepetys. This one is Before I Go to Sleep for a Christmas book exchange book. Stephen King, The Institute for Stephen King. Hidden Pictures by Jason Rekulak for a book that was gifted to me. The Ninth House is a indie press list recommendation, and then a BookTube Bestie retreat recommendation for The Eyes Are the Best Part by Monica Kim. So I'm not mad about this. It looks like a lot, but I do have 3 months. And all of these really do call to me for real. I'm actually traveling a lot in October. I have about almost 3 full weeks of traveling. So I think I might take the Stephen King with me. I think that could be a good thing to read when I'm on the road. So yeah, that's going to be my tentative plan moving forward. But here's my fall TBR. Wish me luck. Have you read any of these? Let me know which ones I should definitely prioritize over the next 3 months. I would love to get your thoughts on that, and I will see you guys again soon. And if you have any recommendations for prompts that I should put in my jar, I'm kind of rethinking some things and maybe wanting to add some new things, but creativity is not sparking in my brain right now. So if you guys have any suggestions for prompts, let me know down below. Leave them in a comment. I would love to know that. And the ones that kind of speak to me, I will add to my jar for next year. That would be fun. All right. I will see you guys again soon. Hope you have a great day. Bye.